Herschel Island Territorial Park was the first territorial park in the Yukon.
The dedication was done on August the 8th, 1987. It was actually formed to protect the flora and fauna of the area, protect the historical buildings and sites. There's a long history of the Inuit being in the area, and with the finds of the archaeologists did prior to 1986, there was a site down the beach there past the mission house that was called the Washout, and dates back to the 13th century. So it's been occupied for years and years, like from all the cultures that passed through here. It has a history of use, say, for about 6,000 to 9,000 years.
In the past, people traveled to Herschel to hunt whale and trade. Today, the island is still used as a stop-off place by people traveling along the coast and hunting polar bears and seals and trapping white fox. Ivavik National Park is an area of exceptional beauty and variety. Along with the Yukon North Slope, it is part of a much larger protected area. The Alaska National Wildlife Refuge, Wuntut National Park, Herschel Island Territorial Park, and Ivavik combine to protect an ecosystem that is unique to the north. The area is also home to the porcupine caribou herd, which supports the traditional lifestyle of the Inuvialuit, Gwich'in, and Inupiat. Other protected lands in the settlement area include the migratory bird sanctuaries, where thousands of geese, ducks, and swans come to nest each year. The Pingus have acted as special landmarks for hunters when they were on the land or ocean. Inuvialuit traveling the coast would climb the Pingus to see what wildlife might be in the area. The Western Arctic is world famous for the number and size of pingus found here. To protect them, the Inuvialuit Final Agreement provides for the establishment of the Pingu Canadian Landmark near Tuktoyaktok, the place of caribou. Caribou have been essential to our way of life. They have fed and clothed us and provided us with bones for tools. The annual migrations were and still are special times for our people. The Brock and Hornaday River areas and the Melville Hills near Bluenose Lake are the traditional calving grounds for the Bluenose caribou herd. The Inuvialuit of Paulitok wanted to ensure that the herd would continue to migrate through their hunting areas, so they proposed the establishment of Tuktoyaktok National Park.
There needed to be a better management or regime in place so that they be protected within and outside of the Nunavut settlement region. So for the lands that are deemed the crown lands, we said it's best that we set up a national park in response to the kind of protection and the kind of regime that the community had opted for. In the area here, we have, I believe, 9 different users of the herd. And within this area here, it was important that we provided something because this is where the caribou calve every spring.
Its creation will mean the blue-nosed caribou will always have a place to come and have their young. The Inuvialuit of Sax Harbor worked together with Parks Canada to establish Aulavik National Park on Northern Banks Island. Aulavik is rich in wildlife and cultural history. The Thompson River Valley is home to muskox and Arctic wolves. Lakes and rivers run with fish, and polar bear travel along the north coast. Throughout the area there are many archaeological sites of past camps and caches. As tourism increases, more people come north to see the land and wildlife and experience a part of our northern culture. Inuvialuit are becoming involved in tourism as outfitters and guides because we see it as a way to make a living and maintain a close relationship with the land.
There's certain types of the year where I use the land in a different way, yeah? Like there's a time for me to harvest the animal and a time for me to sit back and not harm them. Because we have rules and regulations that we have to follow too, like we have laws in place where we're only allowed to harvest the animal at a certain time of the year. Doing these whitewater trips, for me, is my time where I can just sit back and view the wildlife without going after it. That's my time to enjoy it also. It's a good way of being able to go out on a land and enjoying it at the same time. Huh? And it's like myself, if I had a way, I'd finish my education and maybe pursue a career in parks after being involved in that area.